Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is, well, the vlog, I guess. This is going to be my vlog from March 13th through the 19th. Yes, that is correct. I had to think there for a moment. And so first I'm just going to talk about my plans for the day, what I'm currently reading, and all of that. So today's plans are to edit last week's vlog and do some schoolwork, as well as maybe read. The physical book that I currently have started is Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. I will just grab the dust jacket because I don't read it. I don't read books with the dust jacket on, but this is the Fairy Loot exclusive edition. So essentially in this book we follow 16-year-old Joan who is visiting her extended family for the summer, and while Joan is there, she discovers that she is a monster, and as well as her whole family is monsters, and there's this legendary monster slayer named Nick who happens to be volunteering at the historical Holland House with Joan, and then things happen, and then Joan has to team up with Aaron, who is another monster, to save time. Is that the easiest way to describe it? But I'm 215 pages into this, and I'm fairly liking it. Like, so far it's probably like a 3.5. I get what's going on, but it just isn't like I'm enjoying it, but it's not like, oh my god, it's amazing. It's more of like, I'm enjoying what I'm reading, but I don't see how this is going to end up being a trilogy. That's where I'm at, is like a lot of the times when you know a book's going to be, for example, a trilogy, because this says literally it's supposed to be the first book in a trilogy, like on Goodreads or something, that you can kind of see how it could be, and in this I'm like, I don't think I've gotten to that point, because I'm like, oh yeah, this could easily be wrapped up somehow in one book, where I'm at right now. So yeah, and then I also have the third book in the Blood and Ash series, The Crowning Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout, started. I'm 41% into that, and this is the, again, third book in the Blood and Ash series. I'm not really going to explain it because, well, this third book and the first book have wildly different things. Like, basically whatever I'd say for the first book is none of it's no longer true. Therefore I'm not going to explain it, but this is a, new adult fantasy romance. And this is a reread for me because I read it back when it came out in, was it April of 2021, I think. And I'm doing a reread because book 4 comes out on Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an entirely separate reading vlog for it or not. I haven't fully decided that yet. I probably will, so this vlog might end up being a little choppy because I might do Sunday, Monday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I'm probably going to read out that in 2 days. But I'm going to go do everything I said. I probably won't update till later until I do something actually worth talking about. So yeah. Okay, so it is 8:22 and I have made it up to page 258 of Only a Monster. But I still am enjoying it. I will say I'm struggling with the story. But I feel like I'm struggling with the story at some moments of I don't know what I said in this vlog and what I said in my last vlog, because I just I edited my last vlog where I started this book this week, because I started this book last week, so I was editing last week's vlog where I was talking about this, so I don't know what I said. But one thing I do feel like is I am struggling to grasp what exactly we're doing. I'm enjoying it, but I'm like, why are we, because we're in the 90s. We went from present time, and then we've had to jump back in time. And so now we're in the 90s, and I'm like, I don't remember why we're in the 90s in the first place. Why did we have to jump back time? Well, I know why, but even then I'm like, but we've now learned that that's worthless. So, we've learned that traveling back to the 90s doesn't keep us safe. So why are we still there? And I know I feel like I missed a step in the plan. Therefore I'm lost. We'll put it that way, is I feel like we were told the plan and I just went, whee! just went like over my head, and I'm like, huh? But I'm enjoying it. Like, so far it's probably like a 3.5. And yeah, I'm going to be finishing it this week, but I also have another book that I have to start this week because it's for the magical real I don't know, because it's for the magical readathon. That's like the gear up round for my character prompt, and so I need to do that. And that book will be The Lost Prince of Kadaira by Stephanie Ann, which thankfully it's only like 330 pages, and I have it split up into a certain amount of days. I also really need to read this week because I have to finish beta reading book 2 by the 2nd of April. It's the 13th of March, and I haven't started that because I needed to reread this. But I've been putting off rereading this because I'm just like, I don't know why. So yeah, those are going to be like the 2 main books I'm reading this week, along with The Crown of Gilded Bones, The War of Two Queens, and then something else. I don't know what that something else will be. So I'm going to crawl into bed and read The Crown of Gilded Bones. And my goal is like 75% maybe, because it is only 8:30. But I do want to wake up early tomorrow, so I don't know. I'll get to some point. Put it this way, I have to finish it by tomorrow night. So like, I'm gonna try to read as much of it as I can tonight, so that tomorrow I don't need to rush to finish it to then start the next book. Yeah. I'll just shut up my rambling. It's 6 p.m. and I apologize for not updating sooner. I just kind of, like, I had a meeting with my teacher this morning, and then I just kind of wanted to dive headfirst into schoolwork. And then for like an hour, one of the bookish group chats I'm in went unhinged and so crazy that I'm just like, there was gifts being sent anywhere, jokes being made. It was so fun. But last night, let's jump back to last night before I move on to today more. Last night I made it to 78% of The Crown of Gilded Bones, so I will be finishing it tonight, obviously, because The War of Two Queens drops in 6 hours, I think. But I'm really, really, really enjoying it. Today I did as I said, and then I also just filmed my mid-month wrap-up. I'm going to be editing that right now, so that I don't need to edit it tomorrow while I'm reading The War of Two Queens, because I already have like schoolwork to do, and I kind of want to be able to do as much stuff as I can now between today, so that I don't need to do as much tomorrow. Although I will still have to do some things tomorrow, but nowhere near as much as I normally would. Like editing a video, I normally edit Wednesday's video on Tuesday, but instead I'm filming and editing it on Monday. To be fair, it's under 10 minutes, so like editing will take me 20 probably. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Trying to think of anything else I need to say. I don't really think there is. I uploaded my vlog. I uploaded an Instagram. I don't really think there's anything else I need to say, though. Okay, don't mind me. I casually forgot to update on the books. So, yeah, I made it to page 206 of Only a Monster. My brain literally forgot the title. Also, you can see a look at my other bookshelf in the back that you never see on my channel. And so far it's good. I definitely don't understand what the fuck's going on, but I'm here, like, I'm just vibing with it. I'm hoping to get it finished within the next few days, because I have like 60 maybe pages left. And then I'm just gonna put that there. And then I also started The Lost Prince of Kadaira by Stephanie Ann. But this essentially we follow, essentially in this we follow Eliza Kendall, who is a New Orleans witch who can see the dead, and she has these powers that are kind of starting to develop. But then she gets a letter from the King of Kadaira, which is a land that you have to travel through a portal to get to. So it's kind of like almost like a portal fantasy as aspect of there are portals in the various part of the worlds that lead to the magical world. And essentially Eliza ends up with a kind of like agreement, is like if she finds, find the lost prince, and in return Eliza and her family will be free from persecution. and then like dark forces are happening and things just aren't going the way, and yeah, the blood magic is calling, and so is Destiny. She is like a blood witch that may or may not have necromancy powers. That's, I guess, kind of a spoiler, but oops. And then she ends up having to go find this prince with the help of Commander Brandon Thorne, who is assigned to kind of like watch out for her from the king. And yeah, I made it to page 45. My goal was page 59, but I at least started it. That's a big thing. But I don't know when I'm gonna update this vlog again, because I'm about to finish Crown of Gilded Bones, and I'm literally waiting for like the War of Two Queens to drop on my Kindle, like on my Kindle app. So I don't know when I'll update this. I'll probably update this tomorrow whenever I read one of these, if I read one of these, or just when anything not relevant to the War of Two Queens is relevant, I guess. So it could be a day or two, I have no idea. So it is Wednesday, March 16th, and I just finished my The War of Two Queens reading vlog, but I do want to just pop in and say some of my thoughts, because there's a whole drama discourse going on that I kind of discussed in that vlog, but I didn't want to have it be too that. But there's a whole thing with something that happens in the book, I'm not going to say any spoilers, that is, I'm livid because there has been, like, this book came out and suddenly the book world blew up and was like hating on the book and all that, and like, authors don't need hate. If you're gonna hate on a book, don't fucking read it. Don't take the enjoyment from others. I gave the book 5 stars. That's not a spoiler. I loved everything that happened. Yes, there's some messy bits, and yes, there's some bits that, like, I can see why people have controversial opinions on it. But to me, everything felt natural, and an author intends to write a book the way they write it. Therefore, if you don't like it, DNF the book, DNF the series, DNF the author. Don't go throwing death threats or call the readers who love the series stupid, inconsiderate. What else has been said of, like, the readers of the books have no morals. These are all things that I've seen online. I'm not saying any names or where I've seen these, but these are things that I have seen. You can go out and look for all this shit, because I'm sure you wouldn't have to do much searching. You probably could just search anywhere, The War of Two Queens, or Jennifer L. Armentrout, or JLA, or anything like that, and you'd see it. But I'm not going to think about that. I'm currently, like, messaging with somebody. Well, aka, they messaged me, I messaged them back, and I'm waiting for... There they go. There's the responses. Who is, like, wanting to talk, so I'm chatting with them. But I didn't read anything else besides The War of Two Queens yesterday. I have done nothing, really. I just wanted to pop in and just say this. I will update later when I actually get some reading done and all that. So I basically forgot to update. Until now it's 9:30, but today, shortly after I did, like, the last update, I ended up, originally it was watching Mel from Completely Melanie, her sprints, but then I ended up joining in on them, like, joining the live, and so I did that for, like, from, like, 2 o'clock maybe till, like, 7 almost. And I finished Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn. I know you can barely see it. I apologize for this awful lighting. But I finished Only a Monster. I'm giving it 4 stars. The ending is weird, because you would think, like, the ending could be worded a tiny bit differently and it be a standalone. But it's the first book in a trilogy according to Goodreads. So I'm curious on how it's going to go. I do like, well, I don't know if I like it, because we, like, switch things in the timeline, and now characters don't remember other characters, and, like, some of the events that we saw never happened because we reversed time, and I don't know. I don't have strong thoughts on this. It's 4 stars. I really enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed the characters. I think it was the execution that was just a little bit off. And then I also read up to page 120 of The Lost Prince of Kodaira. Again, lighting, I'm sorry. I'm really enjoying this. I'm a little bit behind from where I want to be, but I do still think I'll get this done by the weekend. Like, by Saturday. I want to finish this by Saturday. So I'm going to crawl into bed. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to read. I know it's not going to be for my TBR because I just am not in the mood to read something for my TBR, and that is okay. But I will see you, fingers crossed, in the morning/afternoon, whenever the hell I decide to wake up. Okay, so it is Friday at 2 o'clock. I'm sorry for not picking up the camera on Thursday. I just didn't feel like it. I also, ended up going to somebody's place for, dinner and a movie, so, I just didn't pick up the camera. But on Wednesday night, I started Dear Love, I Hate You by Elia Greenwood? Is that the author's last name? Yes, Elia Greenwood, and Wednesday night made it to 71%, and then Thursday night made it to 78%. This essentially is a kind of enemies to lovers high school romance where we have Avina and Xavier, who essentially they start off as pen pals writing in these notes into this notebook. It's into this book in the library, and then they slowly reveal they reveal secrets to each other, and then they discover who they are. But they are also kind of friends in real life because of Avina's best friend Diamond is kind of dating, kind of not dating Xavier's best friend, so they know each other, and then they also knew each other as children. So they know each other, but when they're initially writing, they don't know it's each other. Kind of think of the vibes of Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. That book is definitely a comparison to this book, or they're a comparison to each other, I guess you could kind of say. And so far, I'm enjoying it. I like the characters, although Avina is kind of a people pleaser, and I like the dynamics between the characters. It's an easy read. I will say, currently, at 78%, I want to smack Xavier with a freaking baseball bat or something to knock some sense into him. I will say that. This book is also super unrealistic in the best way possible of your that stuff never would happen in real life, hence why it's a book. That's kind of my thoughts on it. So far, it's maybe a 4-star. If one of the characters smartens up, maybe a 4.5. But I am really, really, really enjoying it, and I'm so glad I picked it up. I kind of literally just went through my all of my book lists, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good, and then I picked it up. But today, it's Friday. I just finished filming a video for tomorrow, and today is just going to be spent editing that video for tomorrow, schoolwork, and that's basically it. I didn't also read anything of The Lost Prince of Kodaira yesterday because I just didn't. I also will probably try to get a good chunk of the way into that because tomorrow I'm going to be babysitting for somebody, maybe. So I won't be able to read much tomorrow because I'm babysitting from 9 till 4, and then I'd have to do other stuff afterwards. So I don't know how much I'll get read tomorrow, so I'll try to do that today. But I don't know. I will leave this clip here and let you know as things actually freaking happen. Okay, so it is 12:50 on Saturday, and my plans changed. Originally, I was supposed to babysit from 9 till 4 today and tomorrow, but the person ended up not needing me, so instead I woke up at 7 a.m. for nothing. And then I just couldn't go back to sleep, so then I watched some of Books and Bop's sprints. I didn't read anything, but I watched sprints, chatted with a friend on Discord for over an hour, finished a school assignment, tried to submit said assignment, but the website's being finicky and it's not loading, so I'll try to submit it maybe tomorrow or Monday. And that's basically it. I know last night when I forgot to do the vlog, I actually don't remember the last thing I vlogged, but I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. But I ended up making it to page 174. 175 of The Lost Prince of Kadaira. I still want to try to finish it tonight. I'm at the 51% mark, so that leaves me with about, I think, 170 pages maybe left, which I'm currently actually doing Discord sprints with a few people. Yeah, Kelsey, if you're watching this, thank you for reminding me to do this vlog, because you mentioned catching up on my videos and vlogs, and then I was like, oh crap, I need 2 vlogs. So, like, thank you for reminding me about that. But I'm going to be reading this. I also finished Dear Love, I Hate You. My brain almost brain farted on the title. I'm giving it 4 stars because the first half was amazing. It was basically like 5-star material. And then the second half was like a 3-star book. There was like the main character, like the main male character was being an asshole, and it was like a thing of like, oh yeah, I'm being an asshole because I love you, but I can't admit it, or I can't say it because of these reasons. And I'm like, if you truly loved her, you wouldn't care, because you end up doing the thing that you avoided doing in the first place. So if you would have just done that from the get-go, you wouldn't have had that strain that literally almost made the character move across the country. I wanted to smack some sense. And then don't get me started on the epilogue. The epilogue, oh my god. No. But I will be reading the other books in the series, because like the second book is a prequel to the first book, following our main character Avina's like best friend. And then the third book is, I don't know what the third book is. The third book is a second chance romance from the characters in the second book, because they end up breaking up in the first book. Does that make any sense? I tried to explain that to a friend, and he was just like, I'm confused, that sounds complicated. And I'm like, it is. If you look up the series, it'll make more sense if you read the descriptions. But I'm going to read more of this. I also might start The Hate You Give, because I need to read that. I was supposed to start it on Wednesday for school, and I haven't. Me just putting all my priorities not in the pile they should be. But I think that's all I have to update on. So yeah. And I completed The Lost Prince of Kadaira. I'm giving it 4 stars. This was a reread for me, so even though it was a reread, I didn't remember much. Like, I totally forgot how the ending went. So I was like, I'm sorry, what now? Like, what's happening? And now I'm like, because I have the beta copy of the sequel, I'm going to either tomorrow or Monday be diving into that to not only read it for myself, but to beta read it for the author. This is like, I'm trying to think of what I can say without spoilers, but this is a book that, like, it has a lot going on. For it being a YA fantasy, it has some slightly, like, not complex, but just, like, there's some moments that you're like, what is going on? And you just kind of have to go with it. And I do feel like a lot of, like, some of the stuff that you're confused about in this book will be answered in one of the books in the series. I'm not necessarily going to say the second, because I don't even know. I know this is going to be, like, it's more than a trilogy, I know that. I want to say maybe, I feel like Stephanie has said, like, 6 books, maybe 5 or 6 books, I think. And I'm honestly, like, I'm in danger. I'm scared on where this is gonna go. But yeah. Also, one thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to be dyeing my hair. So in the next clip, you will see me with a different hair color. Okay, so my hair is dyed. I don't know how well you can see it because it's still wet. But it is this, like, dark, it's gonna end up being this dark blue color. Might look better in, it looks better in person. Like, for example, in this lighting, my roots look like they're not done, but they are. But I just absolutely love it. I've been wanting to do this for the last, like, month, but I kept on putting it off and being like, I'll do it, like, a different time, and I figured now is better than ever. I absolutely love it. And I didn't do any reading. I was originally going to read some of The Hate U Give tonight, but I just didn't feel like it. I think I'll listen to that physically and audiobook together. That means I'll have 2 audiobooks going, and I don't know how my brain will handle that, because my brain has never had to handle 2 audiobooks at once, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, I guess if you want to see what it fully looks like, you'll have to check out my next vlog, because it's 8:30 and I'm gonna just kind of like relax, crawl into bed, start a book. I don't know what book. I think I might cheat and start one of my Spring Into Reading-a-thon books, which is going to be my next vlog, is going to be my like reading vlog for the Spring Into Reading-a-thon like readathon, which is from the 20th through the 27th. So that vlog will be 1 extra day, I guess. But I might start one of those books, because like it's technically the 20th in like most of the world besides like North America, South America, Hawaii, and then like basically everywhere else it's the 20th. So I'm like, is it cheating? Not really, because if I was in like, let's say the UK, it would be the 20th. So I might start that. I would either start The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata or Rhapsodic by Laura Thlass, probably. But again, you'll have to see what I actually end up picking up in my next reading vlog. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. I know it's all kind of all over the place. I didn't technically vlog for a day because I was doing a separate reading vlog, and then I forgot to vlog one day, and this is just like, this was like kind of a crappy week for filming. But I really hope you enjoyed this vlog, and yeah, bye!